Imagine being a soldier risking your life for your country, only to face the uncertainty of missing your paycheck. Now, that's a gut-punch reality amid a government shutdown. But President Trump has stepped in with a decisive directive to keep our troops paid, raising eyebrows and sparking heated debates about fairness and priorities. In a recent social media announcement, President Donald Trump declared that he has instructed the Defense Department to utilize every available resource to guarantee that U.S. military personnel receive their paychecks on time this Wednesday. This comes as a direct response to the ongoing government shutdown, which entered its 11th day and shows no signs of quick resolution. For those unfamiliar with the term, a government shutdown occurs when Congress fails to pass essential funding bills, effectively halting non-essential federal operations and leaving many workers without pay or even their jobs. It's a tense standoff that can disrupt everything from national parks to essential services, and this time it's hitting particularly hard. Trump emphasized the urgency, noting that our brave troops deserve the compensation they're owed on October 15th, the date their next payday was scheduled. As the Republican president, he's invoking his role as commander-in-chief to order Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth to draw from all possible funds to make this payment happen. Trump openly attributed the shutdown to Democrats and stressed that funds have been identified and will be deployed specifically to honor our military members. But here's where it gets controversial. While troops will get their pay, the White House hasn't extended the same lifeline to thousands of other federal employees who are now being furloughed or laid off as operations grind to a halt. The Office of Management and Budget initiated these layoffs just last Friday, leaving many civil servants scrambling to make ends meet without income. To put this into perspective, the U.S. maintains approximately 1.3 million active duty service members, and the fear of unpaid troops has been a major talking point in congressional discussions about the shutdown's fallout. Without Trump's intervention, these dedicated individuals could have gone weeks or even months without their salaries, compounding the stress of their demanding roles. And this is the part most people miss. By prioritizing military pay, Trump might be easing one pressure point that could have pushed lawmakers toward compromise, potentially prolonging the shutdown into a third week or longer. It's a strategic move that keeps the spotlight on defense while other government functions suffer. As for the source of these funds, Trump hasn't specified the details, but analysts point to the massive infusion of billions into the Defense Department from his comprehensive tax and spending legislation enacted earlier this summer. The Congressional Budget Office, CBO, a nonpartisan agency that provides economic and budgetary analysis, has confirmed that such reallocations are feasible. In a recent letter addressing inquiries from Senator Joni Ernst, a Republican from Iowa, the CBO explained that mandatory funding from the 2025 Reconciliation Act or similar sources could sustain activities typically covered by direct appropriations across various agencies. Specifically, the CBO highlighted departments like Defense, Treasury, Homeland Security, and the Office of Management and Budget as recipients of targeted funds under this law, with some Pentagon resources potentially earmarked for paying active duty personnel during shutdowns to minimize the number of accepted workers facing delayed pay. Think of accepted workers as those deemed essential, who often get paid retroactively, but even that's not guaranteed for everyone. The White House has yet to provide additional details on Trump's announcement, despite requests for clarification. This selective approach to funding begs some tough questions. Is it right to prioritize our troops over other federal workers who are equally vital to our nation's functioning? Does this decision highlight a deeper political strategy, or is it simply a matter of national security taking precedence? And what about the broader implications? Could this set a precedent for future shutdowns where certain groups get favored treatment? What do you think? Do you agree that military pay should be a top priority during a shutdown? Or do you see this as an unfair divide that widens the gap between essential services? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's discuss.